Ah, ah.
Yo, you doing a live stream?
No, I'm not.
Okay. He's
Bye, Daddy. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck, B. How the fuck do you spell that shit? Oh, I'm bugging the fuck out. You know what? Fuck this shit.
Other people think of you. You're never gonna find a boyfriend if you look like that. You are so beautiful for a big girl. Are you really gonna eat that? Are you pregnant? Are you sure you should be wearing that? You have such a pretty face. Your face is so pretty. I love your face. I'm obsessed with your face. Fat girls just have such pretty faces. Like, do you even know what a vegetable is? Oh, you're not fat. You're just curvy. Now listen, it's all about portion control. You just need to find a boy that likes big girls. Are you sure you should be eating that? So is your boyfriend fat as well? How do you have sex? So what's your opinion on diets? Have you ever considered weight loss surgery? Does your boyfriend have like a fat fetish? Oh my god, you're eating a salad. Good for you. Babes, I'm just really worried about your health. Oh my god, I'm so fat. Maybe you just shouldn't wear stripes or pants or anything. Your body shape just makes me so uncomfortable. You've definitely lost weight. You're so pretty for a fat girl. Have you ever tried Weight Watchers? All you have to do is drink water and eat healthy. Do you really want to eat that much? Aren't you scared you have like diabetes or something? Standing next to you makes me look really thin. You should wear more black. That just means there's more of you to love. Have I told you that your face is just so pretty? Oh my gosh, you run so fast for someone your size. How can you possibly be happy at your weight? Oh, I wish I had your confidence. You're looking so good. You must have lost weight. I love you even though you're fat. Why don't you just try eating less? How do you travel in airplanes? Yeah, I don't think crop tops were made for your body type. I mean, I don't think anything was made for your body type. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. How did you get a boyfriend like that? You're so brave for wearing that. I'm on this new diet. You should try it. That rhymes. You would look so good if you were skinny. I'm allowed to smoke, do drugs, drink alcohol, eat like shit and not work out, but you're the one that needs to be healthier. So good if you were skinny. I'm allowed to smoke, do drugs, drink alcohol, eat like shit and not work out, but you're the one that needs to be healthier. Being someone who hates fat people who don't hate themselves must be really exhausting.
How to lose weight in 4 easy steps. Step 1, no beer. Every time you drink a beer, it's like eating 7 slices of bread. That's a lot of unnecessary carbs. Step 2, portion control. When eating out at a restaurant, cut your meal in half and ask for a takeout container to save the rest for later. Step 3, have your heart broken. Not just broken, but shattered. Like a girl who never loved you and never will. Try to get your shit together and join a gym. Start going to the gym regularly, and even though you don't know that much about exercise and you're way too weak to do pretty much anything but lift 5-pound weights with the old people, do it until your sweat makes a puddle on the floor. Then go home and go to bed, and the next day do it again, and then again, and then again. Then go to work and listen to stories of your ex-girlfriend fucking around with gross and terrible people. Stories from your coworker friends who think they're doing you a favor. Pretend that it doesn't bother you. Pretend that being forced to see your ex at work every day isn't fucking killing you. Pretend that everything's fine. Go to the gym and make more puddles of sweat. Buy books. Learn about different muscle groups and how they work together. Plan out your week of meals. Try to forget her. Back to the gym, more puddles of sweat. You're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. After the gym one night, go all the way up to the top of the parking garage and walk all the way to the back. Look out at the lights of the skyscrapers of downtown and think about how every single one of those office lights represents a person. Try to imagine how they feel, what they're doing. Then realize that most of those lights are probably shining into offices with no one in them. Realize you're alone, that you're staring at no one. Become cripplingly depressed and try to locate your car. Go to sleep, go back to work, go to the gym, sweat, freak the fuck out on your ex. The next day, apologize. One day, she wears the necklace you bought her and tells you that she got it from someone really special. That night, you discover that Slayer's Angel of Death might be the perfect song to do squats to. Start to make friends at the gym. You used to look down on bro nods and fist bumps, but since that's how gym rats communicate, that's become the language you speak most often. Max and you spot each other on Wednesdays, Vinny and you spot each other on Fridays. It's important not to forget that you're a piece of shit. Work, gym, food, sleep, over and over. More fist bumps, more sweat puddles. Your body changes slowly, then all at once. You hit your goal weight, pick a new one, then hit it again. You go out and buy new clothes. You receive wave after wave of compliments. Your ex tells you that she's seeing someone else. Bullshit. Piece. That night you go to the gym. You run farther and lift more than you thought your body was capable of. You go home and eat a single chicken breast and steamed vegetables. You go to sleep. You dream of a bottomless black puddle. No. 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 There's a girl you see a lot at the gym who always does these weird leg exercises you've never seen before. You make it a point not to look at her because you're overly worried about looking creepy. Like that guy in the blue shirt who never wears underwear and always hangs around the lat pull-down machine. But you notice this girl is always at the gym when you are and seems to always choose the bench next to you. You turn up the Slayer and concentrate on making your puddles bigger. At work, your ex parades her new boyfriend around, flatly ignoring you the entire time. He's taller than you, in better shape than you, and significantly better looking than you. That night, you bench press double your body weight. You sneak a photo of yourself in the mirror and email it to yourself with the subject heading, "You are a warrior." The next day, you are more disgusted with yourself than you've ever been, and you delete it immediately. You make puddle after puddle after puddle and eat single chicken breasts and work and sleep over and over and over and over and over and over. And then something different happens. A night comes when you're not the last person in the gym. It's you and the girl who does the weird leg exercises. You end up walking out at the same time. Her name is Melissa and she works close by. She asks you out to dinner on Friday, promising it'll be healthy. The leg exercises are pivoting curtsy lunges. You start seeing Melissa a lot, both inside the gym and out. You had a couple cheat days to your week. You start getting a lot less sleep. Your ex calls you late at night, but you don't answer. One night you're walking Melissa to her car, and she says she wants to show you something special. You both stand there in the dark, looking out over the lights of downtown. Isn't it pretty? She says. With all those lights. You tell her that you think it is, but it also makes you feel sad. All those lights mean nothing. They're just shining into cold, lonely offices with nobody in them. But Melissa tells you that each light is an empty office, but they're only empty because the people have all gone home for the day. Each one's a person who's at home, happy with the one they love. You look at her in the lights, and she smiles. Something in your chest expands. Late one Sunday afternoon, you're writing out your rent check and realize it's been exactly a year since you started working out. You think of all those miles you've run, those pounds you've lifted, and chicken you've eaten, and puddles you've made, and it doesn't seem that bad. You realize that it's not about hitting a goal weight or lifting weights. It's about waiting, being patient, and trusting that life will slowly inch along and things will get better. After all, change takes time. But time is all it takes. Step 4, no fruit juice. Too much sugar.
Stand by, guys.
This will be fun, this commercial.
Working.
I didn't shave this morning, so I wanted to try the new razors they have.
3, 2. All right.
Doesn't have to be exact, but two you want to kind of be starting to look up stuff.
So the robot comes up here and he sticks his hand through the window and fist bumps with the little chick hydrobot. This is the robot's arm crashing through. This is his arm. It's going to crash through the balsa wood center rail and all the breakaway glass.
And 3, 2, 1.
Honey, get in here. Go.
Listen, Optimus Prime doesn't show up and act out of a box, you know? It takes a lot of work, a lot of people, a lot of animators, make a move.
Ted, it's the same exact stuff we do on all 5 movies. We move and blow things up, and then the CGI guys put the robot's arms in, hands in, bodies in.
I come to a place, I wreck, I leave.
Alright, well, I'm not too sure on how to start this out, so I'm just gonna give it a shot. That hurt. I've learned two things from this. One, your mind is the only thing that's stopping you from doing whatever.
There, ladies. Amy's busy, so I thought I'd bring your food out for you.
But I still have some salad left.
Oh, well, would you like me to take the food back and bring it out in a few minutes?
Yeah, and let it dry out under the heat lamps. Just give me the food.
There you go.
Wait. Did that waitress listen to a word I said? This steak is medium rare. I asked for it medium. And I wanted extra gravy on my mashed potatoes. Let me ask you something. How hard is your job? How intelligent do you have to be to take a food order? Jesus.
Ma'am, you're absolutely right, and I apologize. I'm gonna get this fixed for you right away.
Good. Now I can finish my salad.
Gentlemen, we have our first official biatch of the day.
Oh, come on, guys. She wasn't that bad, was she?
Well, Amy, it's your table. You decide.
She was a fucking bitch. Do it.
The first thing we do is we add a little extra gravy to the mashed potato. That's it. Good job, buddy. Good job. Nice one. Followed by a thin spread of cheese for your garlic bread. Proud. Fresh from the taint. We like this. Good. Up next, what we're gonna do is, how about a guacamole with the steak? Whoa.
These guys have a deep commitment to this.
Now, scrambled eggs. First of all, obviously I don't show you how to grill a tomato and a mushroom, that's pretty obvious. But the secret behind any... secret behind any great scrambled egg is to make sure you do not overcook it. Now, start off with cold eggs, straight in to the pan. You take your butter, 3 small knobs of butter. From there, on to the stove. You bring the gas up high and then start cooking the eggs very gently. Every time I stir, I'm cleaning the bottom of the pan. If we were to season the eggs now, they would go grey. So, 30 seconds on, back off. That slows down the cooking process, stops the eggs from overcooking. So you need to be very careful. Back on. If you've overcooked it, you'll see the scrambled eggs go really watery. So it's really important that you go on and off throughout the whole 3 minutes. So they're just starting to thicken up now. I'll come back off the heat. Now we've cooled it down, back on to the heat again. Now, take your toast, your tomatoes, and then your mushrooms. Back off the heat, and working with it all the time. It's now starting to come together. Just see the texture now. Goes back on, lightly seasoned, really important, right at the very end. That keeps the eggs nice and fresh, but here's where it goes to a completely different level. Take a teaspoon of creme fraiche, goes in. That gives a really nice creamy texture. More importantly, it stops them from overcooking. Now, come to serve. I want to see nice, light, fluffy scrambled eggs. A little bit creamy, but scrambled eggs to die for. And then finally, finish with a little smidgen of chopped chives on the top and let them sprinkle. And that's how a master chef perfects scrambled eggs.
Teacher who used to say something almost every day that still eats away at me. 7 years after graduation, I still am so annoyed by this man and his teachings and this dumb-ass philosophy that he tried.
Che ti piace di lei?
Gli occhi mi piacciono, le sue scarpe, le sue mani, le occhi, i suoi capelli. Cioè in generale sono le capelli. Tutto. Sarebbe una bambina. Si cancerei.
E ora falle una carezza. E ora dalle uno schiaffo. Uno schiaffo, forte. Uno schiaffo. Dai. No?
No. No. Ce la do. No. No.
No? E perché no?
Perché lei è femmina. Non ce la posso mai dare. Perché le femmine non si picchiano. Perché così si fa male. E perché Gesù non vuole far picchiare? Prima cosa è bellina e non glielo posso dare. Perché è una ragazza. Perché sono contraria alla violenza. Dice anche le donne non si devono toccare nel...
Nah, Nico. I don't know. It's about 10% bodacious. That was it. That was it. That was it. That happened. Ow. My setup was not prepared for that.
Even though we were indoors and we never were physically on an airplane, it all looks like we were. And I told them that I didn't mind being scared because I like Roman Pierce to be the voice of reality.
I'll give you whatever it does for along the way. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Let's make it fun.
No problem. They put us inside of this rig. It was really tall. And it's like it was almost like a Magic Mountain ride, you know. It was like really, it shakes you up crazy and really makes you feel like you're in danger.
Work that helped me to achieve my vision to take it to that next level that I needed it to be at.
We're in Abu Dhabi. It's a time to unleash the beast.
Ready and action!
this window, jumps through the air across to the next tower.
9 cameras going. We have 6 of them out here. We got 3 cameras inside.
We had 40 feet of trussing deck, and then the windows were built on that, and Dan put the car.
Say car, you guys snap around. You will see the car jumping through and then run right toward us. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. The incident created this car that was on a complete rotating. Put my stunt doubles in there and filmed this car rotating as they're trying to bust the whole dash loose to get this.
Got it! Get out!
This Lycan, very, very low to the ground, hard to get in and out of, so doing an act dive out of it is a whole different bug.
We've got to get 2 stunt doubles out of a spinning car. And we want the car to jump out the window all in one shot. So we tested it. We took the doors off and said, let's see if you guys can jump out of the spin. If you don't jump out as it's starting to spin, the back tail end hits you. You're rotating. So the stunt guys had to look for some kind of pinpoint area out on the set. And they said, when I see this come around, I know I have to go out. Spun the car, and they all dove out of the perfect thing. We went through the window, the car jumps out the other side.
Then they dropped the car 60 feet just to the ground for the impact of it going out the next out of it.